So, with all the specs set for the Volkswagen, Porsche began work on its development. But even with the government support, Porsche still encountered stiff opposition from the German Motor Corporation, or RDA, who were against the idea of the Volkswagen. And can you blame them? I mean, look at it. It's so sleek and aerodynamic. Not like most cars back then that had lines that were squarish and flat. I mean, it's so round and bulgy. But it was more than that. You see, back then cars were only seen as accessories for the rich or middle class, not the lower peasant class like Porsche was aiming for. However, Hitler soon grew tired of the RDA's bickering and, like the dictator he was, put his foot down and ordered them to work with Porsche on the Volkswagen. And so, with them out of the way, Porsche began work on developing the Volkswagen. And so, after some time and experimentation, Porsche finally came out with the final result. In 1938, after several years and over 50 prototypes later, the Volkswagen had finally come to fruition. As it seemed, so did Porsche's vision of a car for everybody. But Hitler had other ideas. To him, the Volkswagen was only suitable for one people, the German people, and thusly decided to use it as a piece of propaganda. So they came up with this scheme, where if you fill this booklet with 999 Reichsmarks, you can get yourself a car. It's kind of like getting those post tokens out of your cereal box, you can get a prize. It seemed like a very lucrative idea. Just give away a few Reichsmarks a week and pretty soon you'd have your own car. Unfortunately, no one ever got their hands on their people's cars, and it's all because of a little event known as World War II. For 6 long years, the world was wrought in chaos as one of the worst wars in history raged on. Instead of being built for civilians, the Volkswagen was being built for war, as the military vehicle's Kubelwagen and its amphibious counterpart, the Schwinnwagen. Along with these vehicles, the Nazis spread a wave of terror across Europe, all until they were utterly thwarted. Then in April 1945, Adolf Hitler killed himself. For Germany, the war was over, but even so it had left the country absolutely devastated.